Hello and welcome 12 Commerce students. Today in this class I am going to start another topic of financial management in your business studies syllabus. In my last class I have started with financial management, definition of finance, and one of the classification of finance, that is classification on the basis of time. Today in this class I will discuss first the classification of finance on the basis of purpose of use. So classification of finance on the basis of purpose of use. So on the basis of purpose, finance can be divided into two different categories. Finance can be divided into two broad categories. The first category is, the first type is fixed capital. Fixed capital. Whereas the second type is working capital. The second type is called working capital. These are the two broad classification or types of capital according to the basis of purpose of use. Fixed capital. Now first the fixed capital. What is fixed capital? The capital which refers to the funds required for acquisition of fixed asset or making any kind of long-term or permanent investment. That type of capital investment is called fixed capital. Whereas working capital is those capital which are required to meet up the day-to-day expenses. That is the everyday requirements, the everyday procurements of the business are meet up by this working capital. So for the on the basis of purpose of use, capital can be divided into these two broad classifications, fixed capital and working capital. I repeat, fixed capital is used for acquisition of fixed asset. The amount of fixed capital varies directly with the amount of fixed asset used in the business, that is for establishing a new enterprise or for purchasing any kind of equipment. This type of capital is used. Second is the working capital, which is again very important because to meet up the day-to-day requirement, these type of capital are required. This type of capital requirement is much more. Now we move on to the factors determining the fixed capital requirement of a business. Now we will discuss the factors determining the fixed capital requirement of a business. Okay, so these are the following factors that I am going to discuss one by one, upon which the requirement of fixed capital is required. The first factor being nature of business. These are the factors for fixed capital. The first one will be nature of business. Nature of business. That is, depending upon the nature of business, the requirement of fixed capital is decided. If it is a trading company, then the requirement of fixed capital is much less. But if it is a manufacturing unit, if it is a manufacturing industry, then the requirement of fixed capital is heavy. So depending on it, actually it varies from industry to industry. For manufacturing industry, more amount of capital is required, fixed capital, and for any other trading companies, less investment of fixed capital is required. So nature of business is the first point. Second is size of business. Second point being size of business. Now, size of business means the size of the business also determines the amount of fixed capital. If the business is small size, then obviously less requirement of fixed capital is there. Low fixed capital investment will be there. But if the capital is on a small scale, if a capital is on large scale, then more requirement of capital, fixed capital is there. So in case of a large scale production, the more fixed capital requirement is there, and in case of a small scale production, less fixed capital requirement is there. So it depends on the nature of the business, if it is a large scale business or a small scale business. Large scale business means large requirement, heavy requirement of fixed capital. Next come is the nature of products. This is the third point of requirement of fixed capital. Now, company manufacturing consumer goods will definitely require low fixed capital, less fixed capital if it is a consumer goods. But if it is a capital good, then obviously more capital, more fixed capital requirement is there. So in case of consumer goods, less fixed capital. In case of capital goods, more fixed capital requirement is there. Then we move on to the next point, that is method of production. Production method. Production method is the next point. Production method means what? A larger amount of fixed capital is required for long and complex method of production. On the other hand, fixed capital requirement will be much less if the method of production is simple, easy and brief. So, in case of simple and easy productions, less requirement of fixed capital is there, and for complex production, complex nature type production, more fixed capital requirement is there. Now we come to the another point, that is volume of production. Volume of production. This is another important, volume of production. Volume of production means low fixed capital is needed when the volume of production is small, and on the other hand, large fixed capital requirement is there if the production is much more. So volume of production is another factor upon which the requirement of fixed capital is there. Next is the techniques of production. Techniques of production is another important factor for the requirement of fixed capital. This is the sixth important point. And a company manufacturing each part of a finished product by itself requires greater amount of capital. Now some companies require less amount of fixed capital because ancillary parts, the small parts, each and every tools are made by some other companies. Only main part is made by the mother company. So in that case, if the company is only producing the mother unit, the base unit or the actual unit, then it required only less amount of fixed capital. Whereas on the other hand, if a manufacturing unit is producing every other ancillary industries, every other accessory industries, other than producing the main basic unit also, basic production also, then it requires heavy and huge amount of capital investment. So fixed capital investment in this case are more. So these are the points you need to write when you will be asked what are the factors upon which the requirement of fixed capital depends, or the factors determining the requirement of fixed capital. What are the factors determining the requirement of fixed capital? This is the answer that you are going to produce when you will be asked for this question. So I hope whatever I have explained you have understood. So wait till my next class and some other topic. Till then, goodbye.